finding Carlos Henderson, who doesn't get much more but picks up 4 yards, and Rosen was injured on that play, hit after he let go of it, and Rosen suffers a very, very serious injury. So in our last game against the Raiders, something huge happened. Josh Rosen fractured his shoulder blade and is out for the season. Now I want to quickly sum up what we have done to cover for that. Basically, we didn't have much choice because it's not like there's a lot of great quarterbacks waiting around on the free agent market, and we didn't have a great backup. It's what you would expect when, you know, Josh Rosen is the new fresh starter and you didn't really have a veteran in there and we're a second chance franchise. Joe Webb will be the starter for the coming weeks. However, we did bring in Nathan Peterman. Well, I think he fits my style very well. Not, you know, a stranger to throwing interceptions. But Nathan Peterman, in that sense, does fit the mold of the last chance franchise, but also has been given a bunch of chances, as I said, when we signed him. But apart from that, nothing changes. We've got to see how that works out for us. And, well, it doesn't change anything else because it's just for the rest of the season. I say that as if it's... But, you know, yes, we knew Josh Rosen was injury prone. And yes, it could be a problem in coming years, but it's no, we're not going to now sign another quarterback to cover for him in the future. We're not going to... What I mean is we're not going to now scout quarterbacks going, oh, well, maybe we need one. Everything else stays the same. It just affects this season and how it will end. And with that said, I will go and scout and I will look the same way as I was doing before. And we'll go on to next week and we'll see how it goes against the Chargers and the Packers. But we're not going to panic because we kind of expected this in our first season anyway. We were playing above what we expected, getting 5 wins in the first place. And we'll see what we can get done with these other quarterbacks. It's not the end of the world. They're not the worst quarterbacks. Joe Webb offers us a little bit of running ability. Nathan Peterman offers us a little bit more accuracy than Joe Webb does. So we've got options there. We can keep moving. We've got good receivers. We've got Larry Fitzgerald and the new Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk. So that's not a problem. We've got a pretty good defense that needs to find its form again because it's not been the best recently. But we'll be all right. Now let's get on to week 12. So here we go, the Chargers are 3-7. I did think they would be a lot more imposing just from their record, but obviously it doesn't change who's on the team. Edmonds really stepped up last week, and we'll look for more from him. We've also got an injury here, a left guard, in the fact that Luke Jokel's injured, but we'll throw in Holden there, and he will have to hold up, and we'll do fine, I think. It's not the best line anyway, so an injury here or there doesn't really change how good they are. And now, let's take a look at the Chargers. The Chargers, of course, strong all over the place. Phillip Rivers, the quarterback, and of course Melvin Gordon, the running back, and we can talk about the receivers. But let's just go to a few key positions here. I'm not sure if they're calling them ends or not, but Joey Bosa, of course, left end, right end, Melvin Ingram. Those two are trouble causers, and we don't have a very good line. The linebackers, that's not the right spot to go when you want to show they've got good linebackers. Denzel Perriman is good. Jatavis Brown is good. We've got to look out for these guys. They're always low rated, but they are better than they look. And the cornerbacks, of course, very good. And Jason Verrett avoids injury in this scenario, in this reality, which makes it all seem a little bit unrealistic. If the Chargers are fully healthy, they are a very, very difficult team to beat. I think the biggest surprise here is that the fact that the Chargers are injury-free. So 3-7, full strength. I don't know how that quite happens. Maybe everyone's just recently become healthy, but clearly not a team that's in a lot of good form right now. Just like us, they're on a 2-game losing streak. We obviously were doing well until we no longer were doing well. So let's try and stop that skid today. And trying to turn it around against the Chargers will not be an easy task here in Los Angeles, away from home, but we'll have to give it our best try. And we start early with some pressure on Rivers, but he gets rid of it, completes 3rd and 6. Rivers back to pass again, finds his target, Allen, for the first down. 2nd and 12. We're getting some good stops early, and we get a sack here with some double pressure. And 3rd and 25. It sets up 45-yard line, and Odigizua will end this drive there. Force them to punt away. At the 20-yard line, we have the ball, but we'll get knocked back there by a Corey Liuget sack. 3rd and 17, and we're going deep downfield for Larry Fitzgerald. Joe Webb has got to look to him often and early if we want to win this game. And that will not help us whatsoever. Chase Edmonds injured on pretty much his first carry of the game. 3rd and 10. Webb rolling to the right, throwing across the middle of the field to Larry Fitzgerald. It's the new quarterback's best friend to have the safest hands in football on your team. 4th and 1, we go for a sneak and we get it. Joe Webb on 3rd and 12. He gets hit, he loses the ball, but we manage to recover it. It's a hit from his blind side. Somehow we're able to get the 3 points though. And now the Chargers back with the ball. 3rd and 15. And Rivers looking to pass. He's got plenty of time here in the pocket. Far too much time in the pocket. Going deep downfield, but it's broken up. Nickerson coming in the end and breaking that one up. So we're 3-0 lead. We've got the ball again. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Webb stops, looks to throw, looks to run again. Finally decides he'll run and he takes a big hit for his indecisiveness. 2nd and 12, play action. Trying to make it easy for him, but right now he's not brave enough to just let go of the ball, and we turn it over there on down. 2nd and 1, a sack will help us, setting up this 3rd and 8, but it's a completion to Hunter Henry. Nobody is with him, and Hunter Henry will get into the end zone. Nobody fast enough to catch him, and he is gone for his 5th touchdown of the season. Nobody there to stop him. And 2nd and 10, we go and run with Eddie Lacy, who gets a few yards. 1st and 10, 45-yard line. Webb again on a rollout. Gets it out to Fitzgerald, who cannot stay in bounds. 2nd and 4, and we'll give it back to Lacy. We're going to need a powerful running game here, and Lacy picks up the 1st down. 3rd and 10, Webb is going to have to throw it here. He throws it over the middle to Fitzgerald. Squeezed it in there. 2nd and 16, Webb again looking to pass, and this time it's intercepted. He was looking for Devin Cajuste, and he just didn't put it out far enough in front of him. Cajuste had the defender beat, but he had to go back for it. It's an easy interception for them when you look at it. And 3rd and 1, they try and run the fake fullback dive pitch, and it doesn't work for them. We go for a screen pass here, which really doesn't work for us on 2nd and 10 and makes this a almost impossible 3rd and 24 for Joe Webb. Going, I don't know where it was supposed to go, in all honesty. He goes straight to a defender, nowhere near a receiver as he gets hit, and now the Chargers have the ball again, but Anthony with a big hit to force the incompletion there. 3rd and 10 it sets up. Phillip Rivers back to pass. Not really any pressure and not much good coverage either as he finds an open receiver for the 1st down. But Shaquem Griffin hits him. The ball comes out. Sam Beal picks it up. And we've got the ball back. The score 3-7. A chance to score before the first half ends, but that chance goes away there with a turnover. Jason Verrett in coverage against Devin Cajuste, and we turn the ball over. 3rd and 2, 30 seconds left. A sack takes them out of field goal range here. Shaquem Griffin stepping up and making plays. 16 seconds left. Webb here. We've got a chance to get back into field goal range. Throws it deep downfield. Selleck should have caught that one. Webb could have ran as well. He had a couple of options. 2nd and 10. Takes the sack here. 3rd and 25 seconds left. Takes another sack, and that will end the first half. Score 7-3. Lead for the Chargers. 2nd and 9. Webb looking here. Gets away from that man trying to tackle him. Gets a good block and picks up the 1st down. Joe Webb showing there he can use his legs. 1st and 10, the handoff to Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy's going to need a big gain, but he loses the ball there. That's not what you need from your power back. And now a 59-yard attempt for Roberto Aguayo, and he hits the crossbar. It's no good. A chance to make it a 1-point game, and we miss out. 1st and 5. Anthony chasing Rivers down. He had nobody to throw to. We get the ball back. Still just a 4-point game, and Carlos Henderson over the middle gets the ball, goes down at the 45-yard line, but we didn't do anything else with our possession. 3rd and 10. It's an incomplete pass. We get the ball back again. Play action. Joe Webb. We're making everything as simple as possible right now, but Christian Kirk loses the ball there. We had the 1st down, and Christian Kirk with the fumble changes possession. We're now looking for some pressure with a free safety blitz from Franklin the 3rd, and he gets it. An injury to Lonnie Ballantyne and Ronnie Harrison means we finally get to see the last chance U alum on the field in the NFL. 3rd and 11. He was looking for a receiver over the middle, threw it too flat, and it's picked off by Brown. 3rd and 5. The score 10-3. If we had a chance at it there. If we turn this ball over, we still have a chance to tie this game, potentially a chance to win, but there Travis Benjamin into the end zone. The score now 17-3, and the way we've been playing, there's no hope right now, but we're starting to move the ball again. 1st and 10 going back to Fitzgerald. It's just going into his hands right now. That's where the offense has got to go through our star man, and another interception looking for Carlos Henderson. I don't think Carlos Henderson ever knew the ball was coming in his direction, and now the Chargers just taking advantage of this bad run of form for us.
First and 10 from the 35-yard line, and Sam Beal comes in with a sack on Philip Rivers. One of the two substitute safeties right now. Second and 16, a hit on Hunter Henry. 20-3 the score. Last play of the game, we don't get anything there. It's just another sack, and we lose this game badly.
If I could have made a prediction for how badly this game could possibly go, I wouldn't have predicted this. That was surprisingly awful, but also, let's say not that surprising in the sense that, listen, we're playing with Joe Webb, and, well, 30... You know what? The funny thing is, we've got to put Nathan Peterman in, and this would probably be a worse stat line than you could have expected. 38% completion percentage, 5 interceptions. Honestly, sorry Joe Webb. You know, once he had to start throwing is when we really started running into problems. Again, didn't run enough. Didn't get enough done there. Larry Fitzgerald tried everything, but it wasn't enough. CJ Procise, this is not his fault. Joe Webb can't throw screens. He just doesn't throw the ball. He waits too long and then literally just doesn't let go of the ball. The ball's always behind the running back. Taking 7 sacks doesn't help, of course. And Cyrus Kwanjo, my goodness, I thought you might be alright, but you are the problem, sir. He'll be off the team come, well, last chance franchise. This is definitely his last chance. Sam Beal had to step in at, I think we put him in at strong safety, possibly. Did a good job there. The rookie out of Western Michigan. Shaquem Griffin didn't do too badly. You know, the defense didn't actually do too badly. If we would have actually used our chances on offense, probably would have won that game. 3 sacks, 1 for John Franklin III, the last chance U player coming through finally. A sack for Odigizua, a sack for Sam Beal, and a sack for Stephon Anthony. I don't know why I went to kicking as if that was anything, because we've got more defensive stats to look at. We also got no interceptions, but we did get a forced fumble by Shaquem Griffin that we did recover. Sam Beal. It's a shame we couldn't take that one back, because that would have been even better for us. But the game went terribly. Look out for Nathan Peterman in a Cardinals jersey, probably next week. And that game was very good for Sam Beal, who gets a skill point straight away, which will obviously help him out a lot. Now he should be a zone guy. His man-to-man's much better, but we'll put it into zone, put him a little bit closer to that man-to-man score. Everything obviously helps everything else as well. Awareness, play recognition, tackle, so his zone doesn't even get improved. But whatever. Something else we get to look at is a new injury, and I don't even remember because a lot happened in that game. There was a lot of injuries, there was a lot of back and forth. Of course, I remember now. Lonnie Valentine is out for the season with a torn rotator cuff, so it's good that Sam Beal improved because he'll be playing safety for us from now on. Well, it's either him or it's going to be John Franklin III. John Franklin III actually played really well as well. We'll try both of them. We'll give them both a chance. We'll add him to the IR so we can get another player in to help us with depth, because we definitely need depth at safety. We don't have it because, well, we're playing cornerbacks there right now. So we're in need of a free safety, and this man fits the bill. Calvin Pryor, thrown off the Browns for a fight with his teammates, released by the Jets because they signed rookies. That was before he joined the Browns, and then released by the Jaguars as well. Only 26 years old, 4 years in the league. We'll bring him in. He'll obviously play backup most likely, but if our guys don't cut it, we're happy to bring him in as well. So I haven't talked about the news in a while because, well, a few guys had been referred to but not as, like, by position, so I had no idea where they played. For example, Harris Schlegel, no longer the darling of the draft. Yeah, but where does he play? I don't know. However, Clayton Bobo has an injury. Linebacker, we'll take a look at him. Douglas Thornton is the number 1 running back. I think I already liked him. Easily outgaining Tremaine Scott, though, is the other one of the 2 good ones. So it's good about Douglas Thornton. However, they also say Tremaine Scott is good. So we'll take a look. I mean, I've already scouted running backs, but we'll take a look just quickly here in case I don't have one of those 2 added to the draft board already. And both of them are added anyway. We've scouted them. Douglas Thornton looks great. The B+ carrying the B+ ball carrier vision, not just power back stats, where if we go down here, you'll find random power backs with, you know, they got good trucking and good break tackling, but no other important ones. Tremaine Scott a little bit less, but he's got good elusiveness, good carrying. His ball carrier vision is already a C+, is a little bit low. Probably we'd go for Mohamed McGowan first. Actually, was it McGowan? No, he wasn't referred to. It was somebody else. So McGowan looks good as well. There's a bunch of guys who actually look pretty good here, and we might be able to get a good one. Douglas Thornton, however, seems to be the number 1, fits our scheme perfectly, everything like that. But that's all of that out of the way. Let's move on to the next week. So apparently we need to view the weekly awards, so we'll go ahead and do that. Not entirely sure why, unless it was one of our opponents who makes it in. And it's Shaquem Griffin, who with 6 tackles, fumble, gets Defensive Player of the Week, and at the exact same time, our opponent from that game, Melvin Ingram, with 12 tackles and 4 sacks, gets AFC Defensive Player of the Week. So, but I think it said upgrade players. I assume again that will be Shaquem Griffin probably getting to be upgraded here, and that is what it is. So let's take a look at upgrading him. Scheme-wise, he has to be a run stopper. Speed rusher is his best, but we can add to the run stopping. It'll help the speed rushing a little bit as well, I think. I mean, tackle and stuff will be good. Let's see what he gets. Block shedding, strength, tackle. Yeah, that will help his other one anyway. Now 73 overall. Not mad about that. Great, just for getting Team of the Week or the Defensive Player of the Week is good. We've got a big injury decision about Luke Jokel, and I would like him back, but let's take a look at his. Yeah, that drops a lot. We'll keep Will Holden here. Always better to remain safe. So it's going to be a tough game against the Packers, regardless of whether we've got our best guard or not. So let's see. 5-6. The Packers are 5-6. It's another away game, which isn't great. Let's take a look at what the team looks like. That's right, Nathan Peterman, the starting quarterback. We've had him for 2 weeks. We've been able to get him somewhat up to speed. And Chase Edmonds is healthy again, was injured in that game. A bunch of guys were injured in that game and will be healthy again, such as Ronnie Harrison, which does make this free safety question a bit easier. We'll start with Beal. One Pryor doesn't know it, and I'm not sure about John Franklin, but we'll start with Beal, see how it goes. Everything else I'm happy with. Generally, they need to play a little bit better, but everyone's been pretty good recently. In that last game, the defense really wasn't the problem. And in that last game, to be honest, Larry Fitzgerald played great, and a couple of receivers did well, and the running backs weren't doing too badly either running it. It was just Joe Webb. Some drives were killed when we tried to throw screen passes, and a lot of drives were killed when he launched the ball into the hands of defensive backs. Now, maybe some of them shouldn't have been thrown, but a lot were just, to be honest, a lot were just good plays by the defensive. It wasn't even really, I don't know, maybe he just didn't seem to be able to throw outside. Didn't quite put it in the right spot. Nathan Peterman, listen, you can't do worse than you've ever done in your own life and do worse than Joe Webb. So, it's pretty much our expectations of a quarterback right now are to do better than no touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and that's his expertise. So maybe he'll just give us a repeat performance. But Nathan Peterman, we're going to need you in this game against the Packers.
So here we go, the first of 2 NFC North matchups in a row, and it's a trip to Lambeau Field. And you may have noticed we didn't mention the Green Bay Packers team, and that's because really there's only one man on the Green Bay Packers, and that's Aaron Rodgers. You stop him, you stop the Packers, and they start with a run here which gets nothing. 2nd and 8, they're still going on the ground with Ty Montgomery leaving this 3rd and 7. Aaron Rodgers passing to Jimmy Graham. He's stopped and we turn the ball over. 3rd and 6, we're looking for a run here. Chase Edmonds gets absolutely nothing on that one. 1st and 10 now for Rodgers on the play action to Jimmy Graham. He's been looking to him quite often already. 2nd and 3, Rodgers looking again, Jimmy Graham's direction. Right now it's just Rodgers and Graham, the star men of this team. 3rd and 4, Rodgers going to Ty Montgomery out of the backfield for the first down. 1st and goal, under some pressure, Griffin hits him, the ball comes out. 2nd and goal, incomplete pass. And then a sack there by Shaquem Griffin. He's been stepping up as a pass rusher in the past few weeks. 3rd and goal, Rodgers with too much time in the pocket here, but nobody open until finally Cobb opens himself up and they get a touchdown. 2nd and 8 for us as we try and get some points back. 3rd and 8, and it's going to be a tall order for Nathan Peterman, but he finds Larry Fitzgerald. He's got to learn quickly, just like Webb did. That's where you've got to look if you want a big play. And he goes to Kevin White here for some yards. 3rd and 3, it sets up, and he's looking for a quick completion to Selleck, who turns around too late, doesn't catch the ball. We give the ball back to Aaron Rodgers, and again he goes to Jimmy Graham. We've seen this develop early, and Jimmy Graham is into the end zone for the touchdown. Will we see a Lambeau leap? No, he's just going to look at the crowd. But 1st and 10 now. Eddie Lacy, he's got something to prove to the Green Bay Packers, and he runs over a defender there. 27 against 27. 1st and 10, and it's a sack. Peterman getting nothing on that screenplay. We just can't run screenplays at the moment. 3rd and 20. We just want field goal range, and Henderson can't catch it. So we're left with no points. 14-0 the score right now. 20 seconds left in the first half, and Geronimo Allison with a catch there, putting them in at least into field goal range on 3rd and 9. Getting away from one defender, throwing it. It's complete to Devontae Adams after a tip pass, but they just get the 3 points. 17-0 the score now. 3 seconds left in this half, and Antonio Callaway will return it on the kick, and there we go. He's found some space. He's got one man to beat. Antonio Callaway tries a little hesitation, doesn't get away from the man, and he is tackled, and that'll take us into the second half. 2nd and 4 as we run with Chase Edmonds here, who's got some space around the outside. Chase Edmonds with the first down. 3rd and 5, looking to pass for the first down. There's plenty of open receivers, and he finds one of them, Christian Kirk, who's caught just from behind. 2nd and 13, going to Devin Kajus. Both tight ends were wide open. He goes for the wider one, and Devin Kajus is into the end zone. 33-yard touchdown, uncovered, untouched. It's 17-7 the score right now, and Caleb Brantley, the big man, with a sack on Aaron Rodgers. Maybe, just maybe, we'll turn it around here. 2nd and 20 turns into 3rd and 13, and Aaron Rodgers with plenty of time again in the pocket. We need more pressure against Aaron Rodgers. Randall Cobb with the catch. Takes a big hit, but it's still a first down. 1st and 10 from the 37. Rodgers again all day back here, and guys are just getting open. Devontae Adams wide open. 3rd and 3. They go for play action. A little bit of pressure coming in, but he still gets rid of it to Jimmy Graham, who gets the first down. 1st and goal. 2 minutes left in the quarter, and it's a completion to Brennan LaFell for the touchdown, and we're on 3rd and 21. Nathan Peterman going deep downfield. Gets Kirk. No, he doesn't. It's tipped. It's intercepted by Clinton Dix, and that's a turnover, but in all honesty puts it about where a good punt would put it. We can't be too mad. 1st and 10, 12-yard line. Aaron Rodgers sacked, and that's what we needed. 3rd and 17, and under some pressure again, and Stephon Anthony gets in, the ball's out. Sean Weatherspoon can't pick it up, and they'll get a chance to go for a field goal. 27-7 the score. 2:45 left in the game as Clay Matthews sacks Nathan Peterman. 4th and 12. At this point, we've got to go for it. Just over 2 minutes left. Peterman running around, does get an open receiver who steps out of bounds. Christian Kirk, we block a field goal attempt here and recover it, but that's about as much as we're doing on defense right now. 1 minute left just to try and get something here. The completion to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald getting the first down and getting out of bounds. We said this in the last game. We said it earlier in this game. You got to look to Fitzgerald if you want to succeed. Christian Kirk making people miss and loses the ball. 2nd game in a row. It's not the first time. It probably won't be the last time. He's got to hold on to that ball. The Packers will need this game out. I've never felt that outclassed in a game. I mean, we've lost before, and we've lost convincingly before, but I've never felt so hopeless in a game before. I'm not even blaming any players. I'm not saying, oh, you know, Nathan Peterman's starting for us, that's the reason. The offense wasn't even that bad. We just couldn't stop them on defense. Zone, conservative calls against the pass wasn't working. Aggressive calls weren't working. Nothing was working. Nathan Peterman didn't actually do too badly. His one interception came off a deflection and could have been caught, on another day, but a touchdown as well, 63%. Not bad. I think we'll continue with him. Rushing wasn't really there, but we did try. Not as much as we could have done, but, there really wasn't too much there. Christian Kirk, he's fumbled twice now. He's really got to work on his carrying. That is a little bit disappointing from him. And then the defense. Ronnie Harrison with 12 tackles stepping up. Ronnie steps up as Lonnie steps out. We don't have Lonnie Ballantyne anymore. Ronnie Harrison steps up. 12 tackles, not bad from him. And then a bunch of tackles from everybody because we were on defense a lot. Calvin Pryor got himself a sack. Shaquem Griffin got himself a sack, and so did Stephon Anthony. Interceptions, we didn't get any. The forced fumble coming on a sack, and of course we blocked a kick as well, which was recovered by Ronnie Harrison. Unfortunately, we weren't able to recover the fumble from the sack. We're terrible at recovering fumbles. Really, we just need to work on our hands. Everything we do with our hands isn't good enough at the moment. And that will do it for this one. Again, let's take a quick look at our final 4 games. Next week, we've got the Lions and the Falcons. 2 more winnable games, let's say. And after that, we've got the Rams and Seahawks. So nothing easy left at all. We may actually end up just going 5-11. We managed to get 5 wins, and everything completely went wrong when Rosen went down injured.